Hello everybody, welcome back to Emmy Plays, and we are playing Ashes of Creation today. I hope that you enjoy this long video. I recorded about an hour and a half of it and managed to cut down about 50 minutes. So hopefully it's not too long for you guys to watch. Right now I am waiting to get my flying mount. This is actually the first time they have allowed the players to use the flying mounts. This is Toast in front of me and she's about to do a trade with me and we're going to get a flying mount. It is so cool. I absolutely love the mount. You press Z to go up and X to go down, and I'm going to not try and talk too much over this video so that you can get the experience of the game. However, I will interrupt in certain points of the video so that you can understand where I was coming from in my mind frame at the time. So without further ado, here is Ashes of Creation. The siege is about to begin in about, I would say, a couple minutes, but I hope that you enjoy the video. Right now, I am waiting for the siege to start.
I can't wait till this goes live, you guys. Oh
I'm just
my
having
gosh,
fun
this is
flying around.
awesome.
All right, we're at this point. We are about to start the siege. In the background noise, you can hear some of the voices of my guild, which is Stormborn. Now, if you notice underneath my name, I have it as Resna. That just means that that happens to be the server that our guild is on, but we are still Stormborn Guild. And we're going to the NPC player that will port us out beyond the gates that are locked right now. When I first entered into this game, I was looking for a trebuchet or a ballista to shoot out at. First, I wanted to assess the situation, so I go up on top here to look around. Pressing E will get you to this point right here. It also helps to get an advantage of where the enemy is at right now. Pressing E will take you off of the trebuchet as well. However, in this video I had forgotten, so I did ask the guild.
Hey guys, I forgot how to get off the ballista. Z? E? Ah, thank you.
Enemy has gotten to the second gate. And the reason they were able to get to the second gate so quickly rather than the first gate where they're originally supposed to be is because of the flying mounts. And later you will see what the developers end up doing, because that essentially is not something I don't think they had anticipated during this siege. I do like being on the flying mount and being able to observe the area out here. It does give us an advantage point to see where the enemy is coming. But in turn, it also allows the enemy
We
on
got
their
some
flying
people coming up
mounts
above us.
to go past these gates that everybody's trying to get past, which is that essentially is the reason for the gates. This is, that's how you get past to get to the throne room. But they're using it to their advantage by using the flying mount.
There's about 10 people on the gate right now. Along the gate.
Right now I'm looking for
You know, I'm not even in any
trebuchets
groups.
and or ballistas, but they're all being occupied by other players.
This is where I die.
We have a breach above here. People have gotten on top of our platform or the first part of our guard gates, and it's because people are flying onto here to get to us, which essentially, like I said, I don't think was a planned thing from the developers. I don't think that they expected that's what was going to happen.
That's a spare.
I'm a healer, so I'm trying to keep everybody healed. Not in a group right now. Eventually, I think I will be.
Damn. So close.
And there's my first death. The downtime is, it takes a few seconds, between 30 to 40 seconds. So with each death, I've kind of cut out part of that to shorten this video.
Reminded me that you're now one man down. I can take pictures of the Dorman statue the way they're meant to be taken. Yeah, there's a ceiling. Like the female.
Again, I'm looking for a ballista
Male beards.
to get on.
Like they're more well kept.
Try and do some damage to the enemy, but they're all being occupied. That one over there I spotted. It was occupied previously, and I think that they had died. So I get on that and quickly discover it sends my demise as well. But it is really fun to shoot. I actually love these things.
Good one.
And I'm down.
I died on the trebuchet.
That's just the way it is. My Thundershock only hits for 200 damage on this character. That's depressing. But sometimes I get that was a crit. I get over 700 on my son. Feel you, bro.
And I'm respawning.
I really wanted to defend these up, but I don't have the gear for it.
What is this, round 3? Round 2. Second death, third try.
How's it going? How are you guys holding him? How are you holding these guys back?
As I said, I think. Yeah, I think he is like good at playing games.
The statue head over our main gate doorway. Oh, I see what he's doing. What?
Although that's probably
Now I'm going to the center here to do some heals. I am one of the main healers. I've put all of my points into trying to heal everybody.
Trapping the gate.
If you notice those green numbers that are going up, that are my heals. Though that is what I'm able to heal for teammates.
No, the mechanic is pushing this one.
Yeah, Prometheus got me too.
Radiant Burst, which is number 8, is a heal that will heal people in my vicinity.
Douchebags ruin hordes.
And then we have Hallowed Ground, which is that circle,
Oh, damn.
yellow circle with beams going upward. That is a circle where if our teammates are in that circle, they're going to get
If
healed.
I had my tome, that guy would be dead. Want my tome of the
And it
demon.
allows our team members to be able to still be in combat, but stay within that circle and shoot our enemy.
There's really no hope in this because they just fly behind you like you.
Divine Light usually is a direct heal on a direct NPC, not NPC, a direct player, whether that be myself or a fellow player. Devotion is another heal that helps our allies.
Can't go smile if they're up here again.
Almost out of mana.
He just
Spells 5, 6, 7, and 8 were not available for me to demonstrate for you in the previous videos, which is what's kind of nice to be able to share those with you now during this siege. As you can see, our max level right now is level 15. I know that that level eventually will go up.
has been destroyed. Now the only door that remains is the right side.
And during this alpha, leveling was very slow. And I don't know if that was purposely done because of its alpha, if that's going to change when we go live. Like I said before, this is the alpha 1. It hasn't even gone to beta yet, so there are a lot of things, data that they are collecting to make this game better for it when it goes live, which I like. I like that they're doing it this way, and they're taking their time, and they're being very thorough about all of their data. I know that they want this game to succeed, and I want this game to succeed as well. I really enjoy this game quite a bit. And the best way to do that is to continue to do test runs like this. We get to enjoy playing, and the developers collect data. And that's what, my third death now?
Protect against the gate.
I died quite a bit during this siege. What is the rule? Clerics first.
I haven't
They die first.
0 damage. Like you didn't have any regions on it or anything. Just not taking damage.
Oh, well, it's tank. They have a ability.
It's a cleric.
Oh,
But he didn't have his regions on him.
If you notice over here
Like
is our timer. We have 43 more minutes to go for the siege. Keep in mind, these are the members. We are 53, and our attackers are 42. So we outnumber the attackers.
Poor Dogling. Maybe do battle faster. I know.
As you can see, the enemy is still trying to get past the gate here.
just sitting on their toxic control. I didn't like that. Sorry, I'm about done taking pics now. Just trying to get all the good shots while
The
I'm
Munchkin and I are both healers. We are focusing on our team's heals.
On top of the what's it called? Castle thing. Okay, maybe you healer.
the ramparts.
Cheryl from Virtue is another healer that's focusing in on heals for everybody. Every once in a while I will get a
This part.
shot in, but as you can see, I died again. They always go after the cleric first.
Oh, Toast is saving it. Or no, Toast is
I didn't cut out a lot of downtime on this one because I wanted you to see the fighting.
Toast channeling. Or no?
We died together at least.
Yeah, Munchkin died right behind me. I wish they would let us release rather than having to wait that amount of time.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, well.
Get good or get used to dying, probably. There's gonna be a cooldown on things, I think.
Okay, I've lost count how many times this is that I've died.
You really need to clear them.
Okay, they're up here at the throne room. They're trying to break it down right now.
Yeah, they're at the throne now. There's another one coming from above.
I think it's at this point that I discovered that I felt that the enemy was discovering that all they have to do is go through the castle in the air and drop down to get to the throne room. And so it was at this point that I started scouting the area with my mount.
There he is. Right next to me.
I'm just standing on top of the tower at the end of the ramparts, nuking the point to keep them from channeling.
See how the enemy is going over to the top of the gates up there?
I just did it
And that's how they were able to get to the throne room
Up on top
so
by the
quickly.
throne room.
I'm trying to figure out why they can't channel. I know they're gonna get it this time. I got too many cooldowns.
Oh, I just died. In the middle of the air. No, they got like 4 people on top of the
Way more than 4.
castle.
See how they're jumping down?
We have a few up here at top on the top of the by the throne room.
So they were never be
We have
able to
them?
do that before on a siege. The only reason they're able to do that this time is because of the flying mounts, and this is the first siege that we actually got to take that opportunity to use the flying mounts. And of course, the attackers took full advantage of that, and that is how they are able to get to the throne room so quickly. Normally, the way the sieges go is you get through the first gate and the second gate, and then to the
They're up
throne
here.
room
Come
gate.
get 'em.
But in this particular siege, that didn't happen. They tried to attack me while I was on my mount, which is why I went back up into the air. And for a good
To Did we get them all?
5 or 10 minutes. Well, not 10 minutes, probably a good 5 minutes. I hovered around in this area and kind of just scouted the tops of this tower to warn my teammates of any more invasions with flying mounts from the other side. But I cut a lot of that out. I didn't feel that that was important to keep. So you won't see a lot of that part of the video.
There we go. Catapult's finally down. Somebody just dropped in on top of the tower again. It was you. You.
Yep, I try to watch it.
Attaboy. Wow, how did he make that shot?
I love that we have the flying mounts for these sieges. I mean, I guess it goes both ways, but still, it works as an advantage too.
Machine's frozen. At least mine.
As you can see, there's a few of us trying to protect the top part of this wall.
We have one envious surrounded up here in the air, but I don't see anybody else.
That was fun.
Okay, the throne room's being attacked again.
Catapult's rolling up on the other gate again.
I run up to try and heal my party.
Yeah, looks like we're coming from the side.
Shadow Star just...
Trying to observe what's going on. Chaos everywhere.
That's what my lava strike did like.
And that part is where I cut out a lot of the video of my scouting. I figured, let's just fast forward to this part where we're still fighting the front gates. And some of the enemy has gotten to the second gate.
Down there like that. Orbit down there.
Well, technically, flying mounts will be all by although the game's not built.
I get on my mount to observe the area.
There's a lot of them in the center.
That's what I like about the mount a little bit. You know, you can at least assess your situation. But somehow I think that they're going to have to fix some of this because it does make it easier for people to get to the throne room.
Fucking embarrassing.
Another trebuchet coming in the center.
Oh.
I sure hope so, because I keep flying up there to defend.
So as you can see with
I like
the notice that just came across the screen, the developers have noticed that the teams are already
Yeah, it's
exploiting
kind of fun.
by
I just
using their mounts
was
to take an advantage of getting over to the throne room and not going through the process of destroying the gates.
Right. Specific enemy. The one thing that target the other guy.
And of course, there's always that one person that doesn't listen.
Gully still keeps standing on the outer gate, nuking people like I was.
I got one.
The fuck are siege manners anyway?
And we destroyed the trebuchet. Oh, the ballista? I get mixed up between trebuchet and ballista. Is there really a difference? Probably intermixing those two words.
Siege like basketball. Basketball, I totally would.
At this point, we managed to push a lot of the enemy back.
Hey, your mom goes out with squeak.
And we still have 25 minutes left of the siege.
Guess now that they delete these banners, they can't take anymore.
I guess we're gonna have to go kill some dragons to get the hand.
Now they're trying to take this point.
I don't know why everybody keeps heading back here, but I'm following them.
Oh, can't fly in. Now they just died. They can't fly in? Well, they were like, please quit flying around. Running around on the ramparts. Just saying.
Have they all been pushed back, or did they go to the dragons?
What's up, Brandon?
We've got one trying to get the door to the throne room. Couple of them, actually.
You're just zerging the front room. Just running here, hit the gate, dying, running, hit the gate, dying. It's a lame tactic. Somebody just flew around the back corner. I feel like you should like lose something if you just keep zerging.
And despite the warning of not flying on your mount and keeping the fighting on the ground, the attackers continued to fly towards the throne room.
Well, first time,
And of course, I get on my mount because I want
one of the
to assess our castle's surroundings to find out where the enemy is.
I think they wanted to see how it was going to work. And so they put them in, and they're going to work on those before the next beta testing.
I wouldn't give everyone flying bombs like that. That's a lot.
But no, I think it's gonna be you're not just gonna be like
No, but I think that they're right. But I think that they're doing it to collect data.
We have notifications that the inner gate is now down.
still, I feel like it's not a real thing.
Yeah. Right. Trebuchet in the center here.
Looks like she has this
It's at this point that I think that the developers have decided that they don't want anybody flying anymore. and there will be something that comes across your screen. Well, I don't know if I cut that out or not, but they do eventually tell everybody that we are not to use our mounts through the rest of the siege.
No, but TVY definitely has a speed buff. I'm just standing in the doorway, shocking them as they run in. They're literally just gonna Zerg. One Zerg. They aren't even touching the throne at this rate.
East side, we have a lot.
They do 1 second at a time, though. Like, they're not even getting the second, though. They're not getting a quarter of a second.
We've got a lot on the east side.
There we go. Remember, friends, no flying. It's at this point that they've decided that no more flying.
Well, remember, sometimes names are white, not red.
And there was one of our guild members announcing that some of the enemies' names are white, not red. And that will be explained here in a little bit. I don't want to spoil the end for you.
I smited thee.
Again, notice we have 55 and they have 40.
Oh, we get out of then. Oh, black hole got him.
It's at this point that I stay close to the throne room and heal all members
Drop black hole in front of him.
and try to add support.
And then they just eat a face full of damage. Like everybody ignores it, but I don't know why. I hope there's a frost wall. Something equivalent to it.
I want to add also, I use my mouse a lot to click the spells. That's because the hotkeys don't seem to be functional very well. So I have found that the mouse works better. I know that that'll probably change. And because it's alpha stage, the hotkeys don't
Man, there's a lot of them in the center
work
here right now.
as well for me as they have in regular games that are not in the alpha or beta stage. You know, they've gone live. So hopefully that'll be fixed eventually.
Orban's shooting a nuke from the upper tower.
Not that the keys don't work. I mean, I do use 1, 2, and 3, but I just feel like I have more control when I'm using my mouse as well.
Oh, there goes another one going into the throne room.
I'm also partial to a trackball mouse, so I have
Get him, get him, get him.
I have a trackball
He's fine.
that I use for gaming, and I know I will probably have to upgrade to a gaming mouse eventually, especially for this game when they go live. I will probably invest in one, just because it's probably going to make my life a little easier.
need a couple of them in here. Get them.
You know,
Get them,
the
get them,
worst
get
part,
them.
man, I'm waiting for him to cast black hole so he's stunned. How do we have a minute respawn? Do they have all the control points? Yeah. Hell, he got me. He's at half health though. Not for long. I got a couple clerks just standing right there. Not above. Berman's nuking from the rampart gate in the middle. I feel like we need to sneak out and get some control points if we can.
Going for it, so
I can go do that if you like. I know Nihilium loves it when I do that.
also let. Oh my
Loves it when I go out and channel control points.
The problem is they can just have one person like geared up
Oh, here comes another.
under at least half of it.
Get him. Get him, get him, get him.
I just got hit by a cannonball. Or
Now keep in mind, I want you to notice that there are people running in on their mounts, trying to grab at the throne room.
now we have a flying mount to do this.
And if you remember that comment earlier from one of my guild members in the chat, that there are, right there, that just happened, I don't know if you just saw that, where you can't tell whether they are friend or foe. And that is that's what's happening right now. People are running into the throne room on their mount, and they get a couple hits at the throne before they die. And then just it's gradually pounding away at the damage of the throne room.
Channeling a
Kind of like pennies, you know? Eventually those pennies add up to $1.
oh, look at that.
Same kind of concept.
The people are riding their mounts back to the gate. They're flying mounts back to the gate rather than flying. I'm starting to feel bad about, this is where I die.
I'll have you listen in on the chat what's going on.
Told them not to use flying mounts.
Yeah, but I just watched a bunch of people run by on their flying mounts. Like there's some people that are listening.
There we go, right there. That person didn't have anything on them, and they're coming in as a neutral when they're really the enemy, making it harder for us to target. And I think it took a little while for the defending team to realize that. I think the GMs knew right away. I think that might be the reason why one of these GMs is standing by the throne room. I believe that they were trying to collect data at the time.
Like ghosts or something. Stand up on the gate, up the gate. So whenever they come in,
That's been
And I'm just standing by waiting for another one to come through.
well, I mean, ghosts is the one that would take care of it.
I know.
She would take care of the fact that to keep them mad.
There we go, right here. This guy right here. Notice that? And then he turned red. And that right there is how this throne was eventually beat down.
I'm playing distraction. I got like 6 of them following me. And they've been following me for the last 2 minutes.
I have like, yeah, 3 on me.
Thankfully though, the developers know about this bug
Stuns.
and That is why we have alpha. That's why we have beta. So that these types of things, when the game does go live, doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do, especially as a mage.
There we go. Another one. DA. And he wasn't red.
Oh, another
He came in as a neutral on the mount.
siege engine.
And there's something with the mount that is causing that.
Surge. Coming back. Are they fighting the fire dragon right now? No.
There we go. There's another one. Came in neutral.
I love that when you're on a mount, they can't actually read your nameplate as bad. So you just mount it next to a control point. And there's like plenty of them on it, but you're looking for, oh, Prometheus knows me now.
I think our team discovered this glitch or bug a little too late to be able to
Each test on the server were at
figure it all out.
oh, and well, yeah, that was. One second.
At this point we have 7.5 minutes left to go.
Now Prometheus finally got me. They're on their way in there now.
And DA is continuing to be shot at and killed and destroyed. We're at another surge here. And we were defeated.
Ow, man. All I got to do is add a little second up, a little second up, a little second up.
Yeah, the DA. Someone got it.
Oh, wow.
And that, folks, was our defeat. Like I said before, I think we were defeated because of that one bug. We had fun anyway, and I'm happy that I was able to take part in that. Very excited when the game goes live. We will be back. They will be back again for another round eventually. I just don't know when that's going to be. And rest assured, I will be doing more content for Ashes of Creation when we do have that opportunity. Right now, I am flying around with the mount. They haven't completely brought the servers down, but they will do that in a few minutes. I just wanted to show you the world from above, and as you can see, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
But it isn't exactly in my nature.
And there is the volcano.
I love the skeletons.
It is
on the
just
Dragonborn
awesome.
and the sky view of these things.
I'm at this point right now, I am flying closer to the volcano because what I want to do is a screenshot.
I'm actually on my flying mount looking at the volcano spitting out fire, and I thought that would be an awesome backdrop.
Yeah, but I like the way you think.
Yeah, I'm flying to the volcano. I thought it would be cool. Yeah. It's beautiful out here, especially if you can fly.
Yeah.
How hard is it going to be to get flying again?
0 shortly into this playtest. Thank you all for joining us.
And at this point, I
Oh, so you
figured
hit page down.
page down,
And it removes your HUD.
and it removes everything, and then I'm going to figure out how to put that as my backdrop. I think that's pretty cool.
So,
Yeah.
in tech,
I do it one more time to get a little bit closer shot.
And everything around you, all the monsters will be frozen.
you just unclick server.
I want to thank everybody for joining me today on Ashes of Creation's finale. I had a lot of fun on this siege. I hope that you are able to see what this game offers. I hope that you take consideration and possibly getting this game when it does go live. I can't wait to show you more content, but I have decided that what I might do is Baldur's Gate, and so I have went ahead and bought the game for preview. I will be recording that this week, and then I will set that up for upload the following week. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a great week.